Hey, this is CeCe Peniston. You listen to JMG Live Music Lounge.
JMG Live Music Lounge. Ready? Let's go.
JMG Live Music Lounge with Jacquari Harris. Hear it first with your favorite music artists and celebs. Interviews and entertainment.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the JMG Live Music Lounge. I'm your host, Jacquari Harris, and as always, thank you for tuning in each week. We have a very special show planned for you today. It's an exclusive interview with a lady whose music has been heard on radio, at pool parties, nightclubs, you name it, for the past 25 years. We have the one and only Miss CeCe Peniston in the Music Lounge today. You know it's about to go down, so turn up the podcast and let's go.
JMG Live Music Lounge.
So my music headline for this week is on Coachella. Yes, Coachella. It's one of the largest music festivals in the country, and it's happening 2 weekends this month, April 14th through the 16th, and then the following weekend, April 21st through the 23rd. Now, if you're not able to make it to California like myself this year, guess what? You get to live stream the festival on YouTube. Yes, Coachella will be live streamed on YouTube this year, so you get to see artists such as Radiohead, Lady Gaga, Kendrick Lamar, Travis Scott, and just a bunch of artists. So for more information, definitely check out Coachella's official YouTube page. Do you like festivals? How about arts and entertainment? Then you'll definitely enjoy JMG Magazine's Summer Arts and Festivals issue this May. It's an issue featuring the latest in music, fashion, food, and entertainment. For more information, email info@jmgmags.com or call 713-400-1249.
JMG Live Music Lounge.
So CeCe Peniston is celebrating the 25th anniversary of her hit single, Finally. Finally is such a timeless song that can still be heard today on TV, radio, DJ sets, you name it. It's such a classic hit that it's still being played. So after finding out that 2017 was the 25th anniversary of the song, I had to get with CeCe to talk about her career and the success she's had from Finally. So we kicked off the interview discussing the success of the song and how CeCe feels about Finally 25 years later.
You know what? I definitely feel like blessed and honored, and that I just get to do what I love to do. Like as a child, when I was like 11 years old, I was like, I want to sing when I grow up. So to have people like the ultimate flattery that you can have from someone is for someone to duplicate your music. For people to play my song on, different TV shows, radio shows, like my little angel. Sometimes I'll be rolling around and moving so quick, and it's like, hey, I'm still here, So I think it's just that little bit of love that God gives us to let people know, hey, I'm still around. I still am doing what I love to do, and I'm able to make memories for other people.
That's great. That's really great. And now with over 3 million copies sold of Finally and a lot of awards and accolades that you've received over the years, the song, of course, has brought you a lot of success. But has there ever been a downside to the success of Finally?
Oh, absolutely. I've had, I remember I had put it like this, being thrust in the limelight, sometimes people are not walking in your shoes and they don't understand your schedule, and all of a sudden you're busy. I'm not able to be your friend right the second. I got to be the artist, so sometimes those are things that have gotten in the way of relationship. People not understand, okay, well, maybe why she's checking in the hotel and her card is tripping. Well, probably because he took my money.
Yeah.
And they don't understand that you're looking like a star and you're giving everything because of the things that you've acquired. But it's like you're not able to have a bad day, because my job for you is to bring you the memories that you need to take you away from your bad day. So my bad day doesn't matter at that point.
And, there has been so many remixes of the song over the years of Finally. Do you have a favorite remix that you've heard?
Wow. there's been so many, like you said. There was this one guy that did kind of like a rock vibe to it, Cherry something. I thought that was dope. I was like, damn, he flipped it. All right, come on in here.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that. And then there was like Denny and someone else. They did like another a remix. I've heard several. I've heard folk remixes and different stuff, and I've tried to give people love when they do it. And hey, thanks for giving me a shout out. So yeah.
Okay. And well, I would definitely suggest for you to YouTube Carl Cox because he had a remix of Finally. And I don't even know if it was a remix, CeCe. It almost sounded like it was just a regular song, but he added something to it, and it was like a beach party. I don't know if you know who Carl Cox is, but he's a house music DJ. And I was on YouTube, I guess, about 2-3 weeks ago, and I just ran across it. Actually, when I was getting ready to speak with you, getting ready for this interview, and I just ran across it. I was like, oh, that's a dope mix of Finally. So definitely, you get a chance, check that out.
I am definitely going to do that. And also, there was this guy, Mark Coles. He's the producer out of LA. He just did one that I thought was dope. So
Okay.
I'm waiting to, because I'm doing since the 25th anniversary, people saw me in the Finally outfit, with, I'm trying to put little stuff up there, like letting them know, like, hey, this is the outfit from 25 years ago, and then another remix of Finally and just different stuff. So we're trying to get different people that we know. In fact, I had talked, to Pete Rock, actually. I was like, Pete, I seen him at an event recently. I said, we should do a collab on Finally. He was like, yo, son, give me the stuff, And so that was cool. So I would love to hear what he would do with it too.
Yeah, I think that would be hot to have like a male vocalist or an MC or somebody come on as a special guest on a remix of Finally.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah. So I know you went on a pretty serious health and wellness journey back in 2014 where you were working out and you even competed at the NPC bikini competition. In what ways has living a healthier lifestyle improved your life?
Definitely I'm able to maintain, I'm healthier for one. I know what makes me tick and what, like I have a lot of food allergies. Like people laugh at me because I can't eat regular eggs. I eat duck eggs. I'm allergic to eggs. I went to this naturopathic doctor and she told me I was allergic to that and crabs. So I'm allergic to different things. So what it does, it keeps the inflammation down in your body, makes you not get it sick. I think as we're going along in the world with, different hormones and things like that, you find out what works for you and what doesn't. And when I'm traveling a lot, my energy has to be a certain way, and I want to look a certain way on stage, so that helps me to maintain, along with working out. And I hey, when I did the competition, I felt like it was one of those things. It's like, I want to achieve this goal. And I'm a goal-oriented person. When I say I'm going to do something, I do it. And for me, it was like to step on the stage and just actually do it. It was like in my head, that was like one of the best moments I've ever had in my life.
Well, that's good. That's very good.
I'm 45. I was 45 at the time, and I said, I'm going to reinvent myself. And it's a way that people hadn't seen me before, and they were like, wow, we didn't know that you could do that. I said, well, neither did I, but I guess I can.
Oh, yeah. You put your mind to it, you can definitely do anything. I know that sounds kind of cliche, but, I mean, it really is the truth.
And plus, I'm a visionary. Like, I do vision boards and everything every year. And it's funny, before I even did the competition, I had put something about health and wellness and all that on my board. And I was like, oh, my God, it was already up here. I just didn't know what everything meant. I just was feeling different things in my spirit and my energy about putting it on my vision board.
Okay, yeah, definitely. And how are the duck eggs?
My clothes were looking real cute.
And that's what it's all about. You work hard and you want to look good after working hard and working out.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
And how are the duck eggs? I've never had duck eggs before.
You know what? They're just like more rich. They taste the same as regular eggs. They're just richer and they're like creamier, I would say.
Okay, I'm gonna have to try
hard
those.
To find them, though. When I did Celebrity Wife Swap, the chef on there was like cussing me out. He's like, "You better be lucky. I love your ass. I can't find these damn eggs." And I was like, "You better find them and keep it pushing." He just started laughing.
Now, you've worked with a naturopathic doctor before, so you know that the holistic community is big on enzymes. Have you ever taken enzymes for your health or for more energy?
Well, the thing about it with enzymes, what people don't know is that enzymes break down the food in your stomach. So I think that's what's better. It keeps you healthy, yes.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, oh yeah. You have they have the digestive enzymes, and then they have like the probiotics, and then they do have some other kinds that definitely give you some good energy as well. I've always loved them.
You know what? I think every woman should take probiotics, and every man. It's just a part of keeping the pH balance in your whole body together, and your gut, your digestion. It has a lot to do with that. So it's good for your digestion just to have all those things.
Oh yeah, definitely. Now, in the 90s, you had a lot of female R&B artists that were ruling the charts. You had yourself, you had Whitney Houston, Toni Braxton, Janet Jackson. It was just quite a few of you. How would you compare some of the R&B ladies from the 90s with the artists that are out now like Rihanna and Beyonce?
I mean, I think it's the same game. I just think that, what, everyone, the fashion game thing is definitely on 10. It's like you have to have your fashion game. Like people are really, like when I was coming up, you kind of just, as long as you look good and people weren't into like, name brands, designers, they were, but it was just different. It wasn't so like how it is now. And I think a lot of that has to do with social media and people wanting you to look good. So it's, it's like having your fashion. People should always, I say this, people should see you coming before they hear you.
Oh, yeah.
In the 90s, it's like the less they knew about your life, the better. Now, in 2017, it's like, we don't know you, don't hit us back on Instagram. We don't know you, we don't care. It's like the less they know about you, the less they care. They want to know so much about you as an artist, whereas before it was like keep your mystique, and that's how you let people know, like, hey, just the artist part of you, and it keeps it more interesting. But I would say as far as like the difference now, I would just say it's more musically different than anything. The way music is put together categorically has changed a lot. And, we sing a verse hook and a verse hook, and then we're out. Like, in the 90s, we were like, verse hook, we got a bridge. If you didn't have a bridge like SWV, remember what
Oh, yeah.
I so weak, blood starts racing through my veins, right?
Yeah.
If you didn't have a hook, they were like, wait, what happened to the hook? And now everything is like ad-lib and kind of all runs together.
Who's some of your favorite artists that's out now?
Oh man, I have a couple. I have a couple in like different genres. Well, Rihanna is one of my favorites. I do love her, but I still love my girl is. I do love Keisha Cole. I love her music. I haven't heard a whole lot from her like right now, but I just love the place where she comes from. She reminds me of like Mary J. Blige a lot. Like when Mary was in the 90s, I like her energy. I still love a lot of my old school music. Love Drake, Rihanna. Like I just have a list of people. Jeannie Aiko comes from a different place. I love her.
Yeah.
And I still love my old girls, Patti LaBelle, Shaka Khan. So,
you can never go wrong with Patti LaBelle.
oh, that's my girl. And you know what I love about her? She was the person that I said I would most like to be like if I ever got into the industry, because she just was, to me, our personalities are similar. And I just felt like, she just kind of goes with the moment, and that's how I feel like I am. Angela Winbush, I'm doing a show. In fact, it's funny because I'm doing a show with Angela Winbush coming up. And I was like, how is it that I used to sing her songs in college, and she and I are doing the songs together? So I absolutely love her too.
And isn't that great how life comes full circle, CeCe? You grow up looking up to certain people, and then all of a sudden you're working with them.
Right. And I'm just a music lover in general, so I could keep going on my list, but I think I would keep you on here too long.
It's all good. I have time. But yeah, Patty's always been a favorite of mine as well. I mean, she's the epitome of what a singer should be. So.
Yes, absolutely.
So your two most recent singles, Nothing Can Stop Me Now and Sick, are really nice ballads. I was also checking them out here recently, and I really like them. Do you have a preference when it comes to making more up-tempo music or ballads, or does it just depend on your mood and the project that you're working on?
It's the mood, and sometimes I just put stuff out there because, it's just something CeCe wants to do. Like, I feel like we shouldn't have to be in a box. If I want to do the slow song, I can do that. And I'm putting it out there. That doesn't mean like, hey, not everyone, it may not be what they like, but I was like, what I was feeling is that sometimes with the songs that you have, you may use them more for like a movie, TV show, whatever, commercial, that type of thing. But sometimes I'm in the mood to do it up tempo. I'm feeling like that. Like I was listening to some up tempo music before we got onto our before we got on our interview. One of the songs I love, you're probably gonna laugh. It's a nice song, but I like the way by High Five.
Okay.
Always listen to that song. Something about that song just makes me happy. So yeah, it just depends on my mood. But I haven't lost my. I don't want to just like totally go away from my fan base, but I just want to be able to do extra things that I love to do.
You have to sometimes. You can experiment and do things you love, and your fans will probably love it too. What's the biggest lesson that you've learned in the past 25 years of your career?
Be involved in your business. Always stay focused on what you can do. Because if I did that, man, I'm telling you, sign your own checks.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm very involved in my business. So I have a team of people that we get together. I have my media person, I have my personal assistant, someone who does booking. I have my manager. You know, we all convene together and say, hey, this is what we want for EBK or whatever. What's the next campaign, blah, blah, blah.
And it's always good to have, you know, a good team or people that you trust around you, you know.
Oh, definitely that. And another thing is always keep reinventing yourself. Because if you get bored with you, please know that other people get bored with you as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I definitely agree with that. And
the housewives have stepped up the game because every time you look at them, they got a different hairpiece with whatever. Like, you already, look, you better come on.
Yeah, a different hairpiece, a new man, a new house. They're always switching it up. So, what advice would you give an up and coming artist?
Want it. You gotta really want it. Take no as fuel to the yes. Delay is not denial. And it's just one of those things where it's just a hard business, and there's so many people that are in it that sometimes you may not get the answer that you want, but just keep going with your focus. If you believe in it, you'll make people believe in it.
Okay, that's
Try
great.
to be different. Have your own voice, like your own look. Don't try to copy somebody else. Do your own thing.
And I agree with that. I think you have to be yourself and brand yourself as an individual and not as a copy of somebody else.
Right. Because you know how record companies do that, like, we want something like this. I'm like, okay, well, we already got something like that. You know, go with your gut. Like, you know, if you're doing one, you feel like, you know what, I want to look this way, look that way. If you want to do another bit, look that way. It's like, you're allowed to change up. You know, people want to see change. They like to see, like, oh, you're reinventing yourself and you're doing whatever. I've noticed a big change in some of the steps that I've taken this year, and I've gone just off of my gut and said, you know what, this is what I'm doing. And I've noticed that people have been more open, accepting. My followers have changed. It's just been a really good thing. It's just me growing, growth, and having a great team around me as well.
That's great. That's really good, CeCe. Do you have any upcoming shows or releases we should know about?
Oh, definitely. I just got back from London, so I just want people to know that. I'm in the studio. In fact, I'm supposed to go to the studio later. Also, I'm getting ready to do the Tom Joyner cruise. I have Indiana Pride. I have, what else? Nebraska with Angela Wimbush. I have Connecticut coming up. I have Palm Springs. I'm doing this, the White Party with the Girls coming up this weekend. With Mariah. What else? August, I'll be in Cancun with my girl Des. I've been putting flyers up about that. We're going to have a week of just fun, phone parties, and just chilling, kicking it. And so if people look on my IG, I pretty much keep it updated. It's just CeCe Peniston, both words together. Also, I've begun to write a lot of poetry, so I have a poetry project thing that we'll be doing, I think, in May. And I did my first poetry event where I kicked some poetry for people. It was just like this, like 2 days ago, Sunday. So people don't know that about me. Well, they know I wrote finally as a poem, but I've been doing like poetry.
Okay, well, I'll definitely be looking out for that. And, you know, one photo that I did see, CeCe, that I wanted to ask you about, I saw you, now you mentioned the housewives, so I saw you in the picture with NeNe and Cynthia. What event was that? Which event was that?
Floyd Mayweather's birthday party.
Okay.
Jason had actually put that together. Him and Norwood, they threw that party, and I was there with them at the Floyd Mayweather party. It was like 2 o'clock. They were like, hey, you need to get on the plane. I threw about 8 dresses in there and caught my ass on the plane by 4:30.
And had you met Cynthia and NeNe before then, or was that your first time meeting them?
I've met NeNe before, and Cynthia, I didn't meet Cynthia before either, or NeNe. I met NeNe one time.
Okay, yeah, I met NeNe before when she was in Houston a couple of years ago. She was hosting an all-star party here. So I talked to her on the red carpet a little bit about, the show and everything. So yeah, I've met her once. A hilarious woman. She is so funny.
She was hilarious with you. She wasn't with me.
Oh, what was she giving you?
She just wasn't giving me like a very warm energy.
Oh.
I went up to her. We were at the hotel, and I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" I was like, "Hey, NeNe, how are you?" She was like, "Hey," and I was like, "Hey, I'm CeCe Peniston. I just want to say hi." She was like, "Who?"
Oh, and no.
Like, she was giving me that one, and I was like, "Have a nice day."
Yeah.
And I met her again, and I was like, she was still giving like this weird energy, and I was like, someone said, "Hey, this is NeNe." I said, "We've met before at the hotel."
Yeah.
And I just stood at that, like, really don't know what the deal is, but I'm trying to give you love, and
Well, some people are just like that. They're kind of standoffish when they meet somebody for the first time. I don't know.
But when it's your peer and someone introduces you, I'm not coming up face like that. I'm your peer.
Right.
So I'm just saying, I've been doing this 25 years now, so I'm actually coming up to you being gracious and saying, "Hey, nice to meet you," or whatever. But I always say when things like that happen, maybe someone was just having a bad day, I try to give people room, because I'm sure someone might have met me on day. In fact, there was a story with me and Monica, and Monica talked about how she met me on a bad day, and I don't remember her meeting me on a bad day, but just because I don't remember doing that to her didn't make it right. So I actually wrote her a letter and apologized to her and said, "Hey, you know what? You being an artist just like me, well, there was a lot going on in that moment." And I said, "Hey, I apologize if I rubbed you the wrong way. It was never my intention to do that." And I fixed that. It was actually on Nicole Bitchie. She picked up the story.
Well, that was really nice of you to do that, because a lot of people wouldn't do that.
Well, I just feel like you're wrong. I mean, like, why quit? Stop. Like, just you know what my thing is like, if someone brings something to you to fix, just say, "Hey, you know what? I'll work on that, or I'll make that better next time." That's all you can do.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
I want to hear a whole bunch of excuses. I'm like, no. I want to hear it.
Yeah. So that wraps it up for me, CeCe. Can you sing us out?
Finally, don't you know I met Jacquari?
JMG Live Music Lounge.
This podcast is supported by Jolie Promotions. Need models for an upcoming event? Jolie Promotions is an all-female promotions company that can represent your business or special event with brand ambassadors and promotional models. For more information, visit joliepromotions.com.
JMG Live Music Lounge.
Thanks for tuning in to the JMG Live Music Lounge. Be sure to follow me, your host, Jacquari Harris, on Instagram and Twitter. And be sure to tune in every Friday for the latest episode. I'll see you next week. Visit jmgmags.com to download the latest episodes of the JMG Live Music Lounge podcast. This portion of the show is sponsored by Avant Media Institute.